Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. Today we're making Pukht. It's a very slow cooked meaty soupy stew and not very many spices in there but very tasty. अस्सलाम वालेकुम सबको। आज हम बना रहे हैं दम पुख्त और ये बहुत ही मज़ेदार बनती हैं। मसाले भी नहीं इतने डलते और फिर भी मज़ेदार है। Just before we get into the recipe, I want to mention that I have changed my YouTube channel name from Flavors from My Life to Flavors from Manchester. So now let's start with the recipe. I've got here 1 onion. I know there's 2 there, but we're only going to use 1. 1 onion, a few cloves of garlic, half a kilo of meat, lamb meat, leg that's been cut into big chunks and steak sized pieces, and a little bit of ginger, some tomato, some potatoes and green chilies and lemon juice and salt and a little bit of black pepper, and that is it. We're not using anything else apart from this white bowl here at the top. That is fat that we've gone to the shops, the meat shop where we got the lamb from, and we asked them to give us some fat pieces for the Dum Pukht recipe. So when you say that, they know what fat to give you. So I've just chopped that up into small pieces. My husband's making this today, and he's just layering the bottom of this clay pot. Traditionally, Dum Pukht is made in a clay pot in Pakistan, northern Pakistan. So I've got this clay pot at home, so we thought we'd use it. And it's his first cooking ever. He doesn't cook anything, so he's doing this. We layer the bottom of the clay pot with these pieces of fat, not too much, just across the bottom of it. Then we layer on top of that the garlic and the meat and the tomatoes and green chilies and onion and salt, pepper and lemon juice. So I'm trying to, you have to layer it in this order. The fat goes at the bottom so that when it cooks, it's about 3 hours it takes to cook, and on a very low heat. The fat will melt and the meat pieces will melt, and then the things that don't take that long to cook, like the tomato and the green chili, they will go at the top. दम पुख्त के लिए चर्बी इस्तेमाल करना ज़रूरी है, वो रेसिपी का हिस्सा है। तो हमने नीचे पहले चर्बी के पीसेस जो हमने काटे हैं, लैम की चर्बी या बीफ भी आप डाल सकते हैं, तो वो नीचे पहले एक तय लगाई है। फिर इसके ऊपर ये जो लैम की स्टेक्स कटवा कर हम लाए थे और बड़े बड़े पीस, आधा किलो है ये ऊपर फिर चर्बी के ऊपर पहले लहसुन उसकी भी तय लगानी है। फिर ये मीट, ये लैम की या बीफ की आप ले सकते हो, ये एक लगानी है तय। तो इसके बाद फिर आलू और प्याज और क्योंकि हरी मिर्चें और टमाटर जल्दी से गलते हैं, वो सबसे ऊपर हमने रखने हैं। फिर काली मिर्च, नमक और लेमन का जूस। इसमें इतने मसाले नहीं डलते लेकिन बनता बहुत मज़ेदार है ये दम पुख्त। तो ये आलू भी हमने अभी रखे हैं और सिर्फ काली मिर्च और नमक स्पाइसेस होंगे और ये जो हरी मिर्चें हैं। इसके अलावा सिर्फ लेमन जूस है और बस, और कुछ भी नहीं इसमें डलेगा। So here we're just layering everything up, and then this cooks in its own steam. So if you've got some dough, chapati dough, or just get some plain flour, mix it in some water to make a dough, and we're going to seal the whole rim, the outer rim of it with this dough, and then put the lid on so it stays in place. I suppose it could be made in a pressure cooker as well, but this is the authentic style, so we thought we'd just try it this way first. All the ingredients are in the description box at the bottom. Just going to add some salt, pepper in here, and then it'll be ready to be cooked. Okay, so this is how we use the dough to seal the lid in place so that it doesn't release any steam. Well, a tiny bit of steam did leak throughout cooking, but not as it would have if it was just a lid sat on top. So this keeps quite a lot of the steam inside and encourages the food to cook within that steam without adding any extra water. यहाँ पे आटा लगा दिया है और इसकी जो लिड है वो बिल्कुल फिक्स हो जाएगी आटे में, ताकि कोई स्टीम बाहर ना निकले। ये पकेगी 2.5 से 3 घंटे में बिल्कुल हल्की आग पे। पहले 5 मिनट आपने हाई हीट पे पकानी है, हाई आग पे, ज़्यादा वाली जो आपकी गैस है उस पे, और फिर बिल्कुल हल्की, जैसे चावलों को दम देते हैं उतनी आपने कम कर देनी है। तो टाइम देख के आपने 2.5 से 3 घंटे इसको पकाना है। After sealing the lid, put it on to a high flame for 5 minutes and then reduced it right down to a very low simmer for 2.5 to 3 hours. This will cook now. Traditionally, something heavy is put on top of the cooking pot to make sure that no steam can escape. So I've just done that. I've just put these two on the top of it, and now after 2 hours and 45 minutes to be exact, I have stopped cooking, and let's see how it's turned out. दम पुख्त हमारा तैयार है। अब इसको आहिस्ता से आटे को काट के, और ये ज़ाया नहीं जाएगा, इसको हम चिड़ियों को खिला देंगे क्योंकि ज़ाया नहीं करना चाहिए। Dum pukht should be ready now, so I'm carefully trying to cut into the dough so that I can remove the lid. This dough is not going to go to waste. I'm going to feed it to the birds. It was very hot, so I had to get some tongs to take the lid off. And here we can see inside, it's all nice and cooked, soft. Everything is just melting in there. It's still bubbling away. That's the nice thing about clay pots. Even after you've turned the heat off and you've taken it to the table, it still keeps the food really nice and hot. ये हमारा दम पुख्त अब तैयार है। बहुत ही मज़े का बना था। आप ज़रूर इसको बनाएं और ट्राई करें, और कमेंट्स पे लिखें कि अगर आप बनाते हैं तो इसमें और कौन-कौन से मसाले डालते हैं। Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Do try it out, and hope it turns out well for you. This was our first time actually making this dish, and I must say it turned out really nice. Everything was so nicely cooked and very soft and tender. Hope to see you with another recipe soon. Thank you and stay safe.